Hello everyone, welcome back to our Mudbox 2017 series on our sculpted bridge. So this is where we left off. We had started painting our textures and got a projection texture underneath here. This lesson I'm going to go ahead and work a little bit more on doing a little bit of dirt on this, I think, and a little bit on the crevasses before I start moving to the boulders here. So let's go ahead and let's add in a dirt layer. So we're going to go ahead and throw in another layer here. Let's call this one dirt. Okay. Okay. So for our dirt layer, we'll just use our paintbrush, and let's go over to our paint tools and switch this back over to stamp. I think that we're going to use maybe this one or this one. Let's try using this one. Okay. Let's see about using the brown. Let's see what the color looks like with this. Okay. So we're just going to spackle some of this on. Nope, too thick. Let's bring this down. Okay, I'm not really digging that particular stamp. Let's go ahead and let's try this one here. Okay, it's a little better. Let's switch from brown to dark brown. Not super worried about this getting over to the edges because I do kind of want the edges to be broken up anyways. Okay, so that's breaking up the top texture to where it looks like it has some dirt to it. I'm liking that. It's where it isn't so bright. It's looking a little better. Let's go ahead and break this up in here. Okay, that's getting a little closer to the mark. That's looking a little more believable. Let's go ahead and add in a little bit more darkness to in between the crevasses here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the stamp and switch over to my crevasses layer. Crevices is probably the better way to say it. Crevasses is something completely different, kind of. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the strength up to 100. I'm not using a stamp. I'm just going to paint in some darkness in here. This is one of those areas where this might end up taking a little bit of time. I was kind of saving this to the end. This is a little bit more of the detail work where stamps and projections tend to not quite get it all the way done. Oops, I did it again. Brush. B is right next to V, which is your your mask tool, which I mentioned before. Okay. Now something's so dark we want to keep being able to zoom out and see what we got here. Make sure we're not getting too far off the deep end. That's looking okay. Oops, zoomed too far in again. Let's go ahead and, since I'm doing this kind of work, let's go ahead and just dump some of these I don't need at the moment. That'll let me get in there and not have all this extra information in the way. And for some of you guys might be like, oh my gosh, that seems pretty painstaking. Yeah, it is. That is one part of being an environment artist is the details, getting in there and painting all this stuff. The reward, however, is that you get to see this stuff usually in game. Run around with your character and actually see the things you painted and sculpted. It's pretty rewarding. Or if you don't go that far, you still get a finished environment piece either way. For these pieces here, I'm gonna I'll fill in like so with a brush, and then what I want to do is turn my stamp back on and do a little bit of this will break it up so that it doesn't look like I just straight painted a hard line in there. Kind of like give it this little feathering on the edges of where the bricks are. Oops, no, that's unintentional. Okay, oops, I'm doing too much in. Okay, that part there looks pretty good. Let's bring the colors back and see what we're looking like again. There we go, it's looking a lot better. Driving in those darks is key. Sorry about my squeaky chair. Okay, I'm going to dump all these guys again. Get back in here and just kind of work at it. So it's going to be kind of quiet. Don't really necessarily talk a whole bunch in this section. Maybe I'll throw on some tunes while I'm working here, since it's just going to be more or less painting, painting, painting. Alright guys, so we are now at 16 minutes actually. So go ahead and bring back the dirt, see what we're looking at now. I'll bring back the textures. Okay, so I think that's pretty effective, getting our grooves in there all very well defined. I'm going to go ahead and break this video in half. We'll go ahead and finish filling in the grooves in the next lecture. Alright, so thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.